genetically modified organisms. Well, I know that there are some grains like food, wheat, and other grain products that have been genetically modified to give them resistancy to things like drought and infestation, and it makes them grow hardier and yield more crops. Yes, I've been aware that, as I mentioned with some of the grain products, companies like Monsanto and other companies have already, have patented some of these developments that they've come up with in the labs. I also found out some of the lumber and forestry companies have developed special trees that are drought resistant and resistant to infestation by termites, and they have special properties like they can grow very tall and very straight in a shorter amount of time. Well, the fact that somebody invested time and money to solve a problem and provide an item that is in need of society, the fact that the government's not involved doesn't really bother me too much, unless it might have some adverse reactions in the public. I don't see why a company couldn't invest their time and money and develop this product. Yes, if the farmers are able to grow a hardier and more resistant crop that way, and they provide a greater yield, and that meets the food needs of not only our nation but around the world for different products. Yes, I think that's something that's going to have to be solved with the Department of Agriculture, because the wind and cross-contamination by animals and birds is definitely a problem. As long as it isn't blatant and on a large scale, I can see where a farm one next to each other might have some cross-contamination of one seed type compared to another. But I think that's just something that needs to be logically worked out. Over the years, the duration of shelf life of food products has become a determining factor in what farmers send to market. Because if it has a low shelf life, nobody wants it. Now, some of those other varieties end up as canned prepared foods, not the fresh ones that you find in the produce section. Yeah, farm subsidies have been provided by the government to assist farmers with the growing of crops and to keep the price of these products down, especially with corn, since it's not only a food source, but it is also a fuel source for ethanol and that we're using in a lot of states. The government decided to subsidize the farmers to bring the price down and to increase the production of the crops, comparing to growing a different type of crop. I don't have a problem consuming them, and I don't have a problem buying them, because I think on the long run, the price of them is the price of these products are probably going to drop. There's going to be an overabundance of them on the market, and if you believe in supply and demand, as the supply increases, it maybe outpasses the demand, prices will drop. Well, the fact that these companies are American companies gives me some degree of security. If these were being produced in China or some other nations around the world, I'd be more worried. Monsanto has typically been a pretty responsible company. and I don't see themselves putting themselves out to risk putting a product out that's going to hurt the general population, and it's going to end up in court coming back to the plate.